Welcome all to the panel discussion session. So let me introduce why we have chosen the topic that is building bridges. So let me introduce about the theme, about logic behind the theme. Okay, then we'll start with the question like, in the ever-evolving technology landscape, the role of wars and partners is shifting from traditional product reseller to strategic allies who are critical for driving innovation, enhancing service delivery, and supporting comprehensive solutions. As we all know, from morning we are listening, AI is going to reshape the future and equip people with digital skills in essential to harness its potential and create future-ready workforce. As we know, we have the wars and the leaders in the panel. They are crucial in implementing tailored technology solutions, including cloud, AI, cybersecurity, IoT, and digital transformation. They will tell what all they do. By fostering partnership, corporations can access specialized expertise, innovative thinking, and additional resources to gain competitive edge and address global challenges. We have formed a very simple questions like, what are the key factors to consider when evaluating potential partners? So you develop your own partners, you have your own partner ecosystems. To start with Vivek, if you want to take the first question. Yeah.
If you can repeat the question, yeah.
What are the key factors to consider when evaluating potential partners?
So the key factors for partnership is the potential partnerships, primarily we need to align to our goals and values. We should look into if the potential partner has, I think it's not working. If the potential partner have, is going to be aligned to our own values and goals, we need to see that, whether their track record and expertise into the field we wanted to partner with them, whether they have that required expertise, whether their track record shows that they have been delivering such solutions in the industry in the past. Probably then we need to see the resources, do they have a required set of resources within the organization so that what they are committing they will be able to deliver it. Then probably we need to look into the financial stability of the partnership. We need to look into whether it's going to be a partnership which is going to be sustainable. If the partner has the required potential to deliver the solutions, this is very, very important. Then probably we need to look into, the industry references. Probably, if the partner with whom we are partner has required set of references in the market probably. And never least, we need to look into the legal and compliance requirement, because that has become a paramount in today's industry, whether the partner has set of strategies in place so that they are taking care of those legal compliances. Risk comes after that. Partners should have a proper strategy to mitigate the risks. And last is, I think, terms and condition of the partnerships. That is also going to be playing a major role in that area, because we should have concurrence on what is that objective of that partnership is, and what is that we are going to be delivering out of that partnership. So we have a very clear view of that. So probably these are the areas we should look for potential partnerships.
I think you have a very stringent procedure to be anyone want to be partner of Hitachi.
So being a multinational company, so we have a stringent procedure. Definitely it takes at least 10 to 12 days to get that partner onboarding as well. So is the customer. So we have to look into all the aspects in terms of, as I said, financial risk mitigation plan, and legal and compliances. That are the three components which are very, very critical for us to start a partnership.
Anuj, Amit, if you feel that Vivek has left out something?
He's really gone very deep into it. I'm sure it is because of their processes. But I think one of the most important element is even deciding whether the synergy between the partner and the OEM, whether that is really fitting in the bill in terms of the GTM they want to drive. Because it is eventually the partnership is for the purpose of business objective. And if the business goals are not aligned, if the focus is not aligned together, or the GTM is not, go-to-market strategy is not aligned together, then probably the processes can always fall back, right? So these are some, I think, because if two people are misaligned, one doesn't want to do some, and because we have been approached by many OEMs at times, right? That you should do this business, you should do that business, and somewhere if it is not aligning with my business objective, then probably it really fails despite the processes. So this is what it is from my side.
Let's hear from Puneet that his business is little different than you both. Let's hear from Puneet. If he's agree with both Vivek and Amit, if you want to add something.
So I look at it from a purpose perspective. My purpose and the other party's purpose is aligning or not, correct? And then process and other things are taken care. But the core is the purpose aligned. If the purpose is aligned, then partnership comes into play. That's what I believe.
Okay, wonderful. Himanshu, I think you see 2-3 different line of business in the group of Iris, right? You have worked from the corporate life and moved to the different role. So can you share some input, how you see to it?
So thanks for bringing it up, Deepak. So yeah, you're right. I ran the partnership ecosystem also from a corporate side or maybe from an MNC angle during my Microsoft stint. So I think enough has been said, and I think Vivek started off very well, where he's kind of carved out most of the parameters which are imperative when it comes to any partnership. To me, I think purpose plays a very important role, where the purpose alignment will be the key to the success. Where actually, if as a partner, if your goals are aligned to, or both sides, if your goals are aligned to taking a similar thing together. One more thing that I'd like to add to whatever has been said, and I think most has been said already. I think today, we are all seeing a big startup ecosystem mushrooming, a lot of stuff happening around that. I think, to me, at Iris Waves, we've been very clearly, categorically, we put the customer in the center of everything. So, and I think the team very categorically focuses on customer obsession. To me, I think once you have the customer at the forefront, at the center of everything, thereafter, I think the alignment of goals and the alignment of purpose and the alignment of partnership also takes a better shape. Obviously, whatever has been said, they are very, very imperative things, compliances, the processes. I think the people process, all those things are very, very important, very imperative. But to me, I think first comes the statement, which actually, where the customer is at the fulcrum, the customer is at the center, and thereafter the partnering and all that stuff mushrooms or takes shape. To me, that's the key. Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's hear from Aditya. He has got a versatile experience.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Aditya.
So thank you, Deepak. I think I'm completely agree with Amit and Vivek said, but only thing is, in my terminology, partnership means the basic principle is growing together, right? I can be a reseller of hundreds of OEMs, right? But I'm partnering with few organizations only,
Correct.
right? Because partnership is something where you are actually taking care of each other, right? I cannot work as a reseller for any OEM. That is for sure, all right? So I think we need to differentiate between the reseller and a partnership today. This is the time. And partnership means you are co-investing, you are collaborating, right? Mm-hmm. Right? You are taking each other at a place. You want to see the other partner at a bigger place as well, right? So that is, I think, you need to understand and respect each other's right feelings and each other's way of business. And that is the partnership, right, for me.
Wonderful. So studying from Aditya only, how can we create a culture of innovation and openness to new ideas?
So that is very close to my heart, see, because it is something about the leadership, As a leader, you need to set the criteria. You need to bring the people, right? Like the way you want to, that's the key of the organization, how you want to grow your people, right? So my principle is where I'm working today, I want to see somebody else after 2 years, right? And that is how, and only thing is, somebody asked me, what is the sleepless time for you? So my answer is when I see the people stop learning in my organization, that is a sleepless time for me, right?
Right.
So you need to respect the people, you need to onboard, today is I think it's a very dynamic time we are seeing, right? So for some position in my organization, what we do, we don't need experienced people. We don't need 10, 12 years old people. We need 3, 4 year experienced people. The way the young generation is coming today with the greater ideas and touch wood off the side, but then the kind of the initiatives this government has taken and the one feeling the government is induced in the mind of young children, that is they are trying to build themselves as an entrepreneur. And that is, I think, something very good this government has created. Before 10 years, everybody was eyeing for a 9 to 6 job, government job, they are, but today the people are going to study abroad, people are studying here, eyeing higher, I think, institutes, and keeping the idea in the mind that they have to be entrepreneur. So, every day you are seeing so many ideas coming and you need to evaluate those ideas. And some can die between the process of execution and, inception, but then I think you need to respect those ideas as well.
So let's hear from Himanshu.
So I think my thoughts are pretty much aligned. Two things I'd like to add here. One is when you're looking at fostering innovation and all. To me, and I've having spent almost 3 decades in the industry now, I feel that there is a big understanding, there's a big task around unlearning. Okay? You pointed out entrepreneurial skills, a lot of learning happening, a lot of people thinking on newer lines, startup ecosystem, all that stuff here. So I think to me, one very clear depiction there is how quickly do you unlearn? Okay? Correct. And obviously learning still is, I would not say it's easier, especially at our age, we have kind of become old wines now. So learning also is difficult, but I think once you foster that culture of being able to unlearn and quickly adapt, I think those are the two things which are key to the success when it comes to innovation and fostering any kind of innovation. So unlearning and learning, but to me, I would give more weightage to unlearning than learning. Yeah. So that's key to the success when it comes to fostering an act of innovation or bringing in innovative ideas and building on top of it. Those are my 2 cents.
Old wine is always tastier.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
hear
true,
from
but
Puneet.
yeah.
Today I think it is the idea only which actually keeps a value. Otherwise, every thing available in OpenAI or all the LLMs today,
Best guess the idea, then try to orchestrate it, show to the world. This is how you can bring the difference. Let's hear from Puneet.
Yeah, so I have a different way of thinking. Okay, so my company started as a web design company, moved on to become an SEO company. Now we are a cloud company, and future I don't see as the same company. Correct? Today we in the room entirely, whether we love it or not, we are worried that what will happen if AI comes into our business. And the core of that is we have to be open on thinking that what's next and how we can adapt to that. Right. So adoption of new way of thinking, new way of technology is where I feel that has to start from the top. And if you are open, then things get much easier. If you are not open, then market will force you to adapt.
True.
So that's
You're right.
what I believe.
Absolutely, you are right. Amit.
Okay, so as those guys have put in right, but I think my view is this is still a debate whether the culture has to be developed from bottom to top or the top to bottom. This is still a debate. What I personally feel is there are 2 key parameters or maybe important elements which needs to be part of building a good culture in the organization. Is one, which is talent density. You really need to have the right set of people with the right talent talent does not mean that they are educated, but the talent means they have a good IQ, they have a right understanding of the business what they are in, and they are absolutely aligned with the business objective what they've joined in for. And second is the feedback loop. Okay, there has to be an open culture in an organization, and if you keep a lot of policies around, then obviously then you're actually working with robots. If you really have the right talent, then you can actually give a right authority to people and right responsibilities all across. And if you put a right feedback loop, which actually goes from top to bottom and bottom to top again, then probably you actually manage a complete, synergy between top to bottom and bottom to top. So if these two parameters and elements been taken care in an organization, I think a culture can absolutely be built without any problem. However, it is easier said than done. It is so difficult. You really need to have an openness first. There has to be a circular organization where anybody can talk to anybody. The CEO should be approachable even by the interns, okay, so that a feedback loop could really, connect. So if you have been hiring right people and feedback loop is taken care, I think a good innovation, good ideas, and good culture can be built.
Wonderful. Let's hear from Vivek.
Probably I'll add a couple of things, most of the things are covered. So what we do different at Hitachi, I just want to give you that. When it comes to innovation,
Mic pass.
sorry, when it comes to innovation openness to adapt new things, what we do is we do business as usual. What we are doing, we carved out a team to start innovation on a particular thing. Just to give you an example for generative AI. So we are doing a lot of work in that area, and we have formed a team, specialized guys, on a generative AI based out of Bangalore. They are not part of our core BAU, but they are doing things, and the feedback loop is definitely, Amit touched upon, feedback loop is there with us from a business side of it. So means the team which is on to the innovation, they should not be the part of your core business as usual part things, so that, you can probably be there on time. Probably you will be able to beat the market, with your best of the products. So we are bringing in generative AI in 2-3 spaces. Probably it is too early to say within. We'll have a press release in coming weeks. We are bringing in something on SecOps. We are bringing in something on, and this all things are we have created is our, trained large learning modules into things so that we can deliver to the world. And the second is there is no strategy now for 3 years. Earlier we used to work with 3-year midterm plans, at Hitachi now, but every 6 months we go back and see that, what is happening, what is not happening, and we are taking those changes. We are getting those changes, and this is a big thing which has happened in 10 years of my career with Hitachi. Japanese are, what is written, that is written in blood, right? But now they are also moving towards changing strategy every 6 months. What is working, what is not working. So I think organization need to adapt that strategy and, take this forward from here.
Wonderful.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Great.
A small thing in addition to it. See, culture is a permanent element. Culture is not temporary. Okay, so when it comes to culture, then it is like embodied in the overall organizational route. Okay, so the strategies might change basis the market. Strategies might change basis the business objectives. But the culture of operating the business or operating the people, or maybe adhering to the clients, that cannot change. If that changed, then probably you change the organization as an overall. That's what I personally feel.
Wonderful. So finally, we started, how can we measure the success of partnership initiatives? Every organization, you all run your independent organizations, you have your channel plan, your partnership plan. How you measure the partnership initiatives? And I have one query. Suppose there is a 5,000 crore tender or 10,000 crore tender. Some partner, they eligible, they get, or they may not eligible. Do you think that each 3 partner or 2 partner or 5 partner can collaborate, jointly bid it? Is it possible? Does ever you thought about this plan like, okay, this is 10,000 crore. There may be a 200 crore rupees turnover partner, he got this deal. He know A to Z. But he doesn't have the eligibility. He know how to get it done. Is it possible that some kind of alignment can be done so that 2, 3 or 4, 5 partners, they can bid that. They will keep their own stake and it's a win-win. Yeah. Puneet.
So I have a real example. Prashant Jain sitting here.
Who? Prashant.
Prashant from Jain.
Okay.
Right. We have been doing business together for almost 20 years now. And when he was selling X product, I was not expert in that. He always, I picked up the order and he executed the order.
Okay.
Correct. And it has worked wonders for us. So I believe that if you are looking at core competency of yours and the other partners,
Yes.
correct, and you play by strength, I think you can do wonders. And we've done this business for 20 years together. That is the testimony that we are able to do it because we are respecting each other's strength.
Absolutely.
Correct. So playing by strength is one thing which works for me for quite some time now, right? And I believe that if you look at the partnership, right, like even from the vendor and partner or reseller perspective, everyone has their own strength. Play by strength.
Absolutely.
Use the market dynamics in your strength and make sure that you are delivering. Ultimately, both benefit.
Absolutely.
I've seen partners facing challenges with vendors wherein the vendor doesn't respect them. They do numbers, but they don't get that kind of respect, etc. Because someone is not able to see the strength. If they are able to see the strength, then I think they can achieve wonders. My personal belief.
You are right. Absolutely. I want to listen from Amit also.
I have a very different perspective. Collaboration, working on strength, fostering on weaknesses, these are all ideological things. At the end of it, what matters most is the trust in any relationship,
Correct.
and which is so difficult to find. And as we are moving in the new generation, I think it is even more difficult to find a trust when the people gets connected over a social media and then want to collaborate. Okay, or maybe working on a social media and then want to work a business on. So it is so very difficult. There is no personal connection. So I don't think, and this is purely my personal opinion, the businesses are always exceptions. There are business models which works on this model. But in general way, I think collaboration has to be a thought through process. Collaboration just cannot be for one transaction or one element or maybe one order or maybe something of that sort. So it is a thought through process, and I think for a partner to really partner with somebody, one has to really devise the objective, the goals, the business plans, the thought process, and it has to go a long way. It just can't be very, very temporary in nature. So I think, and building a trust is not an easier thing. It takes long, at times it takes life. I mean, even building a trust between husband and wives takes a long time. We're talking about business, which is so transaction, where monetary elements are involved, okay? And you're almost at a cusp of breaking, even with a small, glitch. And we have been partners. There are more than almost 25,000 partners in this country. We are too diverse as a country, as a demography, and everybody has got their different ideology, the way they are born and brought up in this country. So I think ideologically it sounds good, but practically I think it's so difficult. But there are models which is working, so those are pure exceptions to this.
Let's hear from Vivek.
So when it comes to Hitachi, because I'm representing, so this is a working model for us. We have almost 5 partners when it comes to system integration business in India. We work closely with them. Only what you need to have is a strong governance model around it. If you be able to bring in that strong governance, I think everything is deliverable. And in today's world of competition, I believe collaboration and partnership is the way forward. You need to build strong partnerships. You need to build those relations wherein, what so come, if you are committed in certain deals, you are going to work together. Because we were been struggling in, especially in the public sector business, especially in the business of financial sector, right? Then we derived this model 3 years back, and this is working phenomenally well for us.
Wonderful. Himanshu.
So we come from a slightly different background, yeah. So having been in the hybrid model where on one side we have the distribution model, on the other side we have the system integration model. So we kind of get to see the flavors here. Having said that, I think the world, to me, I think the lines are blurring, okay? And I think enough has been said on something. I only want to introduce one word here, which is called co-optation. Okay? Today, I think the world is moving towards, obviously, collaboration is the name of the game. No doubts, no qualms about it. But, you know, there have been times where you are in a similar situation, in a similar environment, in probably a different customer place, you are competing. But there are others where you feel that there is a need to collaborate, okay? Now, to me, I think the key thing here would be that how do you have that kind of maturity where, you know, while you are competing at some places, but we also value the value proposition that the other partner brings to the table. And once you are able to value that, then obviously I think the cooperative world, the lines will shrink and people will start engaging and working together. But I think there are some of other very key elements that have been raised here. Trust. Again, it's difficult, and especially when monetary things are involved, then obviously trust plays a very big role there. Again, very imperative, very important. To me, I think going forward, collaboration is the name of the game, and I think somewhere also it was said, I think playing to your strength is important. You know, I'm sorry I might sound a little morbid here, but I'd like to say that if you see success, go shamelessly copy it. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. It becomes difficult. It becomes difficult, and I think today the entire world is suffering from ADHD. People want quick results, everything. And why only people want? I mean, we ourselves as leaders of our organizations, how long a runway would we want to give it to a customer or to our own people or whatever? So I think it's imperative to collaborate. It's also important to bring in that trust element. Maturity will play an important role. That's what I would say.
Wonderful. Let's hear from Aditya.
I think what Vivek and Amit said, it is very much true, and collaboration today is required, but trust is equally important. That is one thing. Collaboration required within the government guidelines, I guess, right, today. That is also important to know. You know, most of the people today are actually missing the guidelines as well when they are collaborating. So you need to very careful when you are collaborating today. So that is my vision.
So today the war community is about the addressing $200 billion opportunity. You are part of that ecosystem. Just think over it. Somebody has to start this game. So thank you very much. We have a wonderful panelist, and thank you very much.
So sorry, yeah, I was in Mumbai yesterday, and I happened to
Nutanix.
I was part of Nutanix .next, and one of the dignitaries, which is Sushmita Sen, was invited on the stage, and one of the very key messaging what she gave yesterday in our conversation was, do not mess between two things. One is your personal desire, and second is your business. Because in business, you should just negotiate. Do not bring your personal desire into it. And when it comes to personal desire, keep it absolutely other than the business. So, and that's what probably I followed in my answer. Because when it comes to collaboration, then it is pure negotiation. It is it's a business collaboration. And at times when we mess with our personal desire in between, or the emotions in between, there where the things mess up, and you never build a trust between. So hence, I just wanted to clarify around it.
Probably Susmita will be happy. She will listen to your quote.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Deepak. Thank you, sir.